We all have them right there in our photo apps, front and center of cool places, products and services that we can't wait to try. Of course, I'm talking about screenshots. Welcome to Screenshots. I'm your host, Susie Celek, here today in College Hill, Ohio at the Brink Brewing Company. This place has won multiple awards for its actual brewery and the product it produces here. We're going to learn today how it became a brewery and its close bond to College Hill. We're also going to get to take a tour through the tap room and the brewery, and of course, a taste test. So hang with us to the end, and you too can find out how to win this prize pack from Brink Brewing Company. And with that, we're going to go meet Andy McCleese. Andy McCleese, thank you so much for having us out today at Brink Brewing Company.
Thanks for coming.
So, right off the bat, how did this place go from an idea into an actual brewery? And I'm curious who this Uncle Jack character is.
Yeah, Uncle Jack actually inspired our original head brewer, Kelly Montgomery, to get into craft beer. He used to travel around the globe bringing full-flavored beers back to Kelly. And he used to peel all the labels off of them, too, all the bottles. If you walk into our bathroom and you see all the labels on the bathroom walls.
I saw that.
Yeah, that was actually Uncle Jack's doing before apps and Untapped. That's how he would, I guess, mark that he would drink the beer, and he had boxes and boxes of these labels. But sometime in the 90s, he kind of got Kelly into craft beer when there really wasn't a lot of craft beer out.
Really cool. So just out of curiosity, you brought it up in Cincinnati right around that time. I mean, breweries, small breweries, they were popping up everywhere.
Yeah.
Why? And in different places of Cincinnati.
Right.
So I was wondering, why College Hill? What's the special bond here with College Hill?
Well, we did have a checklist of what we were looking for in a neighborhood. We wanted to get in a neighborhood that was inside the city limits was one.
Yeah.
We really wanted to be connected to the Cincinnati brewing tradition. We didn't want to be in the suburbs. And we had a general contractor at the time who did a lot of work with these redevelopment foundations, and he just approached me. He said, "I know this isn't what you're looking for. Trying to never even heard of College Hill, but there's a redevelopment foundation there. They got a lot of things going on."
Yeah.
Just
very cool.
Yeah.
With the redevelopment foundation here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're the best, actually.
Right.
So why don't you go take a look in College Hill? And it was a pretty easy sell from then. I mean, it was a neighborhood that had a strong tie to the business district.
Yeah.
Very, very community oriented. We didn't believe it until we got in here, how community oriented. Everyone knows everyone here. It's like one big neighborhood family of 14,000 people. It's great.
So great.
Yeah.
When you were talking about the community, one of the things that I think was really cool is there's a very famous John Belushi poster that was up on like everyone's wall when they were little with like him from Animal House, got the college right across the t-shirt. You guys came in and kind of made like an unofficial jersey for College Hill with that shirt.
It is very official now. I think everyone has it. We've actually had to redesign it in blue and red so people would buy the new colors too. But yeah, we took the inspiration definitely from that. College Hill, like, oh, this would make a great shirt. It's funny. People walk around the street with those on all the time, and I've heard so many rumors just from the neighborhood, like, are you guys looking at this building or that building to expand? Because I saw somebody in a Brink shirt looking at this building. Like, they're all over the neighborhood.
That's
so
fantastic.
Yeah, but we didn't want this to be a sports bar or anything like that because we wanted to encourage conversation over the beer, conversation over life in general, and that's really what happens here.
Fantastic. And you obviously have brought a great product to College Hill, which I think if it was up to me, I'd like a little tour of Brink. Maybe check out the brewery, the tap room.
Okay.
I'd like to hear you talk about some of these awards.
All right.
I
can do that.
Let's go do that.
All right.
So we just left the magnificent bar with all these great awards and medals, and now we are in the place where the magic happens.
This is where it happens.
The brewery. But before we go to that, I haven't really let you have a chance to brag on how great your brewery is, because I know that's won Small Brewery of the Year award.
Yep.
A couple times.
Twice, back to back. Yep.
Okay, back to back.
Yeah, only brewery to ever win that award back to back.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, very nice.
We were very proud of that.
But there's also some other awards that you just haven't talked about yet, and you need to. We
got them all. Every competition we've entered in since we've opened, we've won a medal. And the biggest ones are Great American Beer Festival, which again was Friday night. We got one coming up, U.S. Open, which is the second biggest beer competition in the country. We've won every year there. We actually were Grand National Champion runner-up in U.S. Open in 2018. We won 3 golds there. I'm losing track of our medals. They're just clanking all over there. Yeah. But we also have a World Beer Cup, which is pretty prestigious. That one is held every 2 years by the Brewers Association.
Wow.
It was canceled this year due to COVID, but we had only entered it once, and Moozie got a World Beer Cup in that as well.
No way. It was Moozie that got that.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we hit all the big competitions. We usually bring home some hardware. And, of course, the biggest award was the Very Small Brewing Company of the Year, which we got back-to-back in 2018 and 19. That's awarded to breweries that make less than 1,000 barrels a year.
Okay.
Which, actually, there's more breweries of that size in the country than, say, big breweries. So we like to point that out. Very small sounds pejorative, but there's a lot of us. Yes, it's very competitive.
Yeah. That's all right.
Yeah.
Glad you elaborated on that. So, all right. You guys are amazing. I kind of knew that before I walked in here, but let's talk about the process.
Okay.
Like,
so basically, how you make beer is you first put your grains in what's called a mash tun.
And the mash tun?
Yeah, this is
can we see the mash tun?
Mash tun is right here.
All right, so the grain goes in here.
Grain goes in there, and it basically sits with water for an hour is usually how long we mash.
Okay.
And what mashing does is it extracts all the sugars from the grain. So when you're done with this process, it pumps over here to the brew kettle. So what you really have here is what's called wort. It's sugar water. It tastes very much like a cereal grain. It's very sugary.
Okay.
It's unbalanced at that time. It's really, really sweet. And you bring it over here to the boil kettle, and this is where you boil it and you essentially season it with hops. So the hops are what balance the malt sweetness.
Okay.
So you boil this in here for however long the beer takes. You put in your hops at different times in the boil to extract different flavors or bitterness. So once you're out of here, you have a hoppy soup water, or sugar water.
Okay.
And it pumps through here. This is a plate chiller. You got to cool the wort down before you put it in the fermenter. So it comes out of there near boiling. It goes through this and it gets down to about 80, 70 degrees. And then you pitch the yeast, depending on the beer, you pitch the yeast at different temperatures. So you cannot put the yeast in the hot water. It just kills all the yeast. So you got to get it to a certain temperature before you pitch the yeast.
Got it.
So then once it's in here, the yeast do its work for 2 weeks typically and eat all the sugars and make the alcohol.
Wow.
And then you move. So that's how you make beer. And
all right.
Yeah.
That's the brew process.
That's the brew process.
At Brink Brewing Company, baby.
Yeah.
Andy, this fermenter in it right here has something that's set to premiere at the end of October. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, people are looking forward to this one here. This is our baby Yoda Juice. It's a New England IPA. It's probably one of our more popular beers, if not our more popular beer. It's made with a Galaxy hop out of Australia, so it's a very sought after, sexy hop. Last year when we made this for the first time, again, when we come up with our names, we just usually throw it out to everyone and all of our staff. I can't remember who came up with this one. It might have been Michael, one of our bartenders. Galaxy, Baby Yoda, Mandalorian's popular right now, so the Galaxy hop tied in with something space theme is where we came up with Baby Yoda Juice. But this is a really, really flavorful New Zealand hop New England IPA, and it'll probably be gone in about a week after we launch it. Everyone always asks us, when's Baby Yoda Juice coming out? When's Baby Yoda Juice coming out? So this is a big boy here. Be set to release next week.
All right, very cool. I love the Star Wars. Andy, this is a great space for a tap room.
Yeah.
So one of the neat things, obviously, is how cool it is, but there's always some interesting details behind some of the little things. So can you walk us around the tap room?
Yeah. There were definite aesthetic things we wanted in the tap room. The person who designed the tap room was Sarah McGarry, which was Kelly's sister-in-law. She's an interior designer. She actually has some credentials behind her. She designed the Coors Brewing Company employee tap room out in Golden, Colorado.
Seriously?
Yeah.
And that's who helped you guys design your tap room?
But yeah, so one big thing that we really wanted was exposed brick. This was all covered by plaster, and it was quite an adventure to get our contractor on board with exposing this, because these are clay tiles and usually not exposed this way, but we definitely needed the exposed brick.
Oh yeah.
If you look around, you see all our tabletops, our drink ledge, our bar top. It was all reclaimed wood from the Shaneling Bottling Company.
Oh,
yeah. So we repurposed all the wood there. Behind us, this wall is all beetle kill pine from Colorado. It's kind of got this blue tint to it from the beetles that moved in and killed all the trees, and yeah.
Awesome.
Death on the wall, I guess, but
it looks really good.
Yeah, this was kind of the tie-in to our Colorado roots. Same with this table. This is live edge walnut with beetle kill pine in the middle. So this was a custom designed community table.
So cool.
Yeah.
What about the roof?
Yeah, this was big too. This was original tin ceiling. This was all covered in drop tile ceiling. We kind of peeked up there and was like, oh my Lord, this is beautiful. We have to reclaim that. So there's a lot of little touches. This beam here, this is a cool wood beam that we torched it with a blowtorch to kind of make it look aged to match the rest of the wood here.
All right, so we've got the exposed clay brick, the wood, some Colorado action in here. Anything with the logo? Like anything specific to the logo?
The name, everyone always asks us where the name came from. So a lot of people think Brink has some sort of family name. Nobody here is named Brink. Brink was kind of derived from a yeast brink, which is where you recapture and reuse your yeast from brewing, repropagate it. So Brink is named after a yeast brink. And I love this.
Yeah, this is clutch.
Yeah, I got it.
Nice.
Yeah, I got it tattooed on my arm. That's how much I love it.
Yes. Dude, that's great.
Yeah, no family name, but it has the grain, the B. Originally, it said CINOH. We went with CH for College Hill.
Yeah.
The other thing about College Hill, if you look on this wall here, you'll see a bunch of pictures of the neighborhood as it progressed through the year. And we call this our community wall. So we have some pictures of regulars up there.
Okay.
There's Uncle Jack.
Nice.
Yeah. One of our dear departed friends and regulars, Eugene, is on the wall. So this is kind of community wall, pictures of our events, pictures of regulars, pictures of College Hill.
Very cool. It's really representative of like why people come here, who's hanging out here, and like why you guys have made it here in College Hill.
I'd say the first year we were open, people kind of referred to us as the Scrabble Brewery because of our Scrabble-looking tile menu board. And if you go around the corner, we have a giant magnetic Scrabble board.
Andy, I can totally see why people love coming here to Brink. I can see why the community loves hanging out here, drinking the beer here. That's what I want to do, because this Moozie, it three-peated Friday night. That means it won in 18, 19, and now 2020.
Yeah.
I need to try that Moozie.
Let's go do it.
All right, let's go try the Moozie.
All right.
Moozie, Moozie, Moozie. Woohoo! Andy, that's what I'm talking about right here. So this is the Moozie. This is a nice, dark,
milk
heavy
stout.
beer.
Yeah, yeah. It's stout season, so this one's one of our most popular, one of our flagships, if you will.
I will.
Yeah.
You know what else I will? On Friday night, an event happened, and an award occurred 3 times in a row.
3 times. Three gold medals in a row for Moozie at Great American Beer Festival.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's like, so 9,000 was that right?
Yeah,
9,000
right
entries?
around 9,000 entries. Only 272 beers got an award, so it's kind of a big deal. That's one of our fan favorites, one of our favorites.
I am so glad I saved this for last, obviously, because I was very proud that it just recently won another award from Great American Brewing Fest, which is just amazing, and congratulations.
Thank you.
So thank you for hanging out with us today, taking us through the tap room, the brewery, and just getting to like kind of learn about why you guys are here, how you came to be, and the cool story that it is right now. So hey, we have a prize pack to give away too. Do you want to?
Yeah, we got a T-shirt, a gift card,
Whoa.
and a Crowler koozie.
Oh, we're hooking that up for this gift
we'll hook
pack.
it up.
All right, Andy.
We like prizes.
All right. Well, Brink Brewing Company, amazing. College Hill, amazing. Thank you again for having us out today.
Yeah.
And that will wrap it up. I am Susie Celek. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Screenshots. We will see you soon.